Hello everybody, I hope the quality, my voice is well enough and well audible enough for me to not have to turn my AC off because it's very hot, and I'm not going to do that either way. So anyways, hello, welcome back to my channel. This video, I did film this a while back, but then I don't know what happened and my my video was corrupted. I could not find that and I could not use those footage. I've been wanting to film this video for a very long time and I'm doing it again show you guys all my makeup, how I do my makeup, and the routine I'm gonna show right now is what I have been doing since a very long time. Sometimes the products change and I'm gonna show which products are usually in rotation. So yeah, this is very awkward for me to film, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm very excited to film this video and hopefully it does well, because if it does not, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. But anyways, so first off, I always start with a moisturizer. I do not use a primer. I don't like using a primer. I don't think I need one. I use this is called Physio Gel. It's really nice. I love this cream so much. It has helped with anytime I have some redness or anything like that. I always use this cream. That is like literally all I use. I sometimes use sunscreen, which is the For Essential one, but I've not been using it recently. I don't use that. So I don't use a foundation on a regular basis, but when I do, I use this one. It is the Super Stay one by Maybelline in the shade 228. So this is what I use usually if I'm going to use a foundation, but most of the time I use my concealer, which is this one, but I use this concealer which is the Instant Age Rewind one. So the shade I use in this concealer is 130 medium. This is my second one. I do not like the packaging at all, but the concealer is really good. I think this is the best shade match I've had. I used to use this one, Pro Conceal by LA Curl, but it was too yellow for me, so I stopped using it and I got this one and it works great. Yeah, so that is where I put my concealer on. I don't think you can see that, but if you can, very well and good. Okay, I recently switched from makeup sponges to makeup brushes, and honestly it has changed the way my makeup looks a lot. It feels much more better, sits on my face throughout the day much better, blends in easily. So I would recommend everyone to switch from their makeup sponges to their brushes for everything. I love these. I have two of these. This is from Nykaa. I use one for my face and one for blush, so you know how much I love that. Okay, so this is what I do for my base. Then I go straight into blush, and I have a lot of blushes. Like these are all the blushes I have some more here and there as well, but right now my favorite blush is this one. This is from Mars Cosmetics in the shade 1. I really love this one. Or I really like this. I love this berry color in K Beauty. These are the velvet blushes in the shade Awaken. And also this one is my holy grail. I used to use this all the time. I still do, but not when I'm properly ready, just when sometimes I have to put a little bit of blush on. I use this one. This is the Earth Rhythm one. Yeah, this is the tinted lippy, the Puck It ones in the shade Purple. And also when I do not want to wear too much of blush, but just like a little bit flush of color, I use this water tint from Etude. It is also really nice. But right now I'm going to be using this Mars lip and cheek tint. This is honestly one of the best blushes I've ever tried. I love it so much. So basically I take a little bit on my brush and then I tap it off on my hand so that I can get a little bit of control over the product, because then it looks way too much. And I go in with a very light hand on the top of my cheeks, like here, not in the middle but in the top. It might look a little crazy right now, but I have blush blindness and I love blush so much. I do not take it inside, like in the middle of my cheek. I just keep it outside, and then I take this product that I have and use it on my other cheek. The other cheek always turns out a little bit better than the first one, because the product is much less and I have much more control over the product. See this side, it looks really nice. This one looks a little bit crazy and it looks even crazier on camera. I promise it's not the case in real life. But when this happens, I usually don't fix it at this point. I first do my powder and then I fix it with my powder. So for powder, I use this one. It is the best powder ever, and I know my cheeks look crazy right now, but I don't know why it even looks crazier on camera. In real life, I was wrong, it looks even crazy in real life, but I'm gonna fix that. 310 Sun Beige in the Fit Me powder, and I love this. I have pan on this one, it is very good. I do not use a loose powder. I prefer using a pressed powder more. I use this sponge that I got from Zudio most probably, and then I put it in, I press it in my skin anywhere where I have put on some concealer, and then around my blush, and you can already see the difference between the blushes, and in my skin it looks now a little bit mattified. I love the whole glowy look, but sometimes not too much because my skin, I do have oily skin, so I like to have a little bit of more. And then I just put this around I press it in my skin. I do not rub it or anything like that. You just have to press it in your skin, otherwise it looks very bad. Just taking it and putting it everywhere I put on my concealer to set it. This makes my makeup last a lot longer, and it also looks very good on photographs and everything like that. My blush pops out a lot when I do this, and it does not make my skin look oily. This is what I do. Also right now here it looks a little bit patchy, so I'm gonna fix that with a little bit of concealer. Hold on, BRB. So this is what my base looks like. After I'm done with this, I take my purple blush just a little bit and I add it on the places where my blush seems to have gone away. It looks a little bit patchy, and I do this every single time. Ever since I've gotten my nose pierced, I do not put a lot of blush on my nose, but before that I used to put like everything. Then after this I curl my lashes. I use this eyelash curler. This is from Vega, and I learned how to curl my lashes from YouTube. So basically I just take as much of my, hold on, I accidentally caught my eye and now my eyes are watering. I just take as much of my lash as I can, and then I press it 3 times. Then I keep moving forward and doing it again, opening, taking lesser of lashes from the front, and it just makes my whole eyelash curled, not just the ends. I do that with the, so my lashes are curled now. Then comes my favorite part, which is mascara. So I have 2 mascaras on rotation most of the time. So it is either this K-Beauty one, this is a waterproof one, and then this Panorama one from L'Oreal. I love this mascara. I think this is better than this one because it just holds my lashes a lot better, and it holds the curl in my lashes a lot longer. So that is why I like this much more, but I sometimes use that one as well. See, now my lashes look a lot better. Now this next step is kind of optional. I do not do this every time I get ready, but I'm gonna do this right now. That is, I take a kajal and put on kajal. I don't put on kajal in my eyes regularly. Usually most of the time this is just how I end my makeup. I have this kajal, this is probably from Maybelline or something like that. I usually use the Parul Garg one, but I am unable to find that. I don't tight line because I don't know how to. Okay, my kajal is on, but this is what I usually do. It makes my eyes pop. I also have tried enough times to do that liner thing. This step is very hit and try. On some days I get it right, some days I do not, and I do not know how to use, like how to do a liner. I've never been good at that. So I basically take some kajal, put it on the ends of my eye like a small wing, and then I take this brush I have from Prausch. This is the P15 one. It has like this, it's like angled like this, and I take this and just basically pull this out. I just pull my eye from the end and then just keep doing it till I get my desired look, and this is how I end it usually. Most of the time they are not equal, and they will never be equal because it's kajal and the eyes are supposed to be siblings, not twins. I've heard that somewhere. And this is what I do to make my eyes look a little bit longer, because I do have very small eyes. So just putting on some kajal and then doing this makes my eyes pop a little bit, but I don't do this on the regular basis. I'm still trying to get it right, but it's not there yet. Sometimes if I'm feeling I like it, I take a little bit of brown eyeshadow and just put it over here right on top of what I did to make it a little bit more smokier, but I don't do that on the everyday basis, so I'm not going to include this in that so I'm not going to include that in this video. But anyways, now comes my lips, which is one of my favorite parts, because after so long I finally got it right. I finally got my favorite lip combo that I use, and I'm just going to show it to you guys. I used to not use lip liners, but ever since I started using it, I think my lips and the way my lips look and the way my makeup looks throughout, it has changed a lot. So that's why I use lip liners. These are the 3 lip liners I use on rotation. This is Chestnut from MAC, which is what I'm using right now. Then this is Dark Chocolate 12 by Swiss Beauty, and then this is Choco Nude 03 by Swiss Beauty as well. So I basically take this one. This is my favorite lip combo right now, and I line my lips. And then I take my lipstick. This is in the shade 657. This is by Maybelline, and I have had this lipstick for I think 2 years now. It is very loved, and I use it every time I do my makeup. So put this on top, and then sometimes, only sometimes, I put gloss on top of it, but usually this is what my lips look like. This is my favorite lip combo I have ever done, and it took me a very long time to finally get it right, and I think this is what it's gonna stay like for a long while now. And then sometimes I put this gloss. This is the Mars gloss in the shade Cherry Cocoa. No, sorry, this is in the Mars lip gloss in the shade Cherry Cola, and I put a little bit on top of it, but most of the time I do not do that. And then once I'm done with my makeup, I use this Maybelline Fit Me setting spray. I recently got it, and it is the best setting spray I've ever used. Like, in Dubai, I went to the desert and I had this setting spray on. It was very hot, but my makeup lasted throughout. So yeah, that's all you need to know. And this is what my makeup looks like. I'm gonna turn on my phone camera, and then I'm gonna show it to you guys, because in this camera it looks a little bit crazy. But hold on, let me grab my phone. Okay, I do need to put my specs on because I'm blind like that. But this is what my makeup looks like most of the time, and I did I filmed a clip on my phone so that you can see it properly, because on camera it looks a little bit crazy. But this is how I look. This is what products I use and everything, my whole process, and I do this every single time I get ready, not every day. I think I have filmed a vlog in which I showed you guys what I do every time I'm going out, which is just these products but lesser quantity. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love making makeup tutorials, and I would love to make more makeup related videos if you guys want to see that. But if you like this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.